All right, what's going on, everyone? It's 7:30. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and get started. In today's workout, I'll be using the Crossrope Speed LE handles with the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9-ounce ropes. And I have a specific time for each one. It'll start with 5 minutes with the lightest rope, and then it'll go 4, 3, 2. Once we get to the 5-ounce rope, it'll be 2 minutes, and then we'll keep it at 2 minutes all the way up to the 9-ounce rope. So that's what we got today. Let's go ahead and do our stretching, and we'll get started. And we're going to go today, since it's a strength workout, we'll go today for 40 minutes. In between each set, we're going to knock out 10 push-ups. 10, you can do regular push-ups. I might throw some diamonds in there, but we'll make it really informal. Just as long as you get 10 push-ups, that'll be the strength training for today. And if you don't have this rope or any of the cross ropes, hey, that's completely fine. Whatever jump rope you have, use that. Don't let that discourage you from joining in. I'm just doing a handle test to see. I think these are basically the get lean handles called something different. So they're still good, but this will keep me from getting another. I won't have to get another get lean set. But we'll see how they get lean handle, but we'll see how they perform. Let me get the light. All right. And throughout the workout, I'll explain, just as I did with the Get Strong Handle workout, I'll explain how the rope's performing. So it's not going to be a review in that sense, but you will get my opinion on how everything performs. All right, but gotta start off with the stretching first. So let's do 20 down-handed warm-ups. All right, now what I'm going to do is I've been practicing sitting in the squat. It's a little bit of a difficult move for me, but I'm trying to commit to getting better at it and to becoming more flexible and more mobile. It's important as you get older. I mean, everyone's getting older, obviously, but I'm getting to the point where I'm getting to be in my mid-30s, and mobility and staying injury-free is starting to become more important, especially with working out, doing jump rope 5-6 days a week. So I think that I follow this guy on YouTube, Josh. He runs this channel called Strength Side, and he's got a lot of really good mobility videos out there. So I'm trying to take care of myself a little bit more in that sense instead of just going right in and jumping, because there's certain things you just not going to be able to do anymore as you get older, which is fine. But you have to do extra things in order to stay mobile. So I've never been very flexible, so I'm trying to have a growth mindset about flexibility and realize that I can be flexible too. Yeah, your hips and your groin area. Whew. All right, let's do our shadow jump and get right into it. It's really important to do those mobilities. I don't, and usually, and I'm obviously I'm on YouTube, I'm a YouTuber, but I never have any problems sharing a channel that I'm getting value out of without being paid for it or without having someone give something back to me. Ready? Go. Got 1 minute. If somebody's putting stuff out that's valuable, that's helping me out, I'll share it. Or that I think will help someone else out, I'll share it, because there's a lot of really talented people on YouTube that are giving information out for free. I mean, they're making money other ways through affiliate links, or they sell their programs. I think he sells one of his programs online, so they make money. And obviously, he has a lot of subscribers, so he makes probably makes quite a bit of money through his subscription base. But that's just a function of the value that he provides. And there's a lot of other people on YouTube that are doing the same things. That there's so many people on YouTube that it's hard to find the people that are really giving a lot of value back. But he's definitely one of those people, and I like to follow him and try to do his mobility exercises. All right, there we go. Nobody is invincible to injury. And hey, if you look at someone like LeBron James, I mean, he's been injured very few times in his career. It's because he does things that other basketball players don't do. He spends extra time taking care of his body. He spends a lot of money. I mean, he's got a lot of money, so he spends quite a bit of money on different treatment techniques and stuff like that. So that's something that people don't see. They just see that he doesn't get injured very often. All right, let's get this thing started. We have 5 minutes with the 2-ounce rope. Let me get my headphones in so I can get some music going here. Hopefully, I don't run out of batteries on this one. Get yourself in the mind frame to be jumping. We got 5 minutes. All right, we're starting right now. Let's do this. 2-ounce rope for 5 minutes. About halfway through, keep going. With strength and endurance training, try to stay above that 2-minute marker. The 2 ounce attachment, the wide press attachment, feels pretty good with these angles. Turn up the volume. Really good, nice feel to this. Really easy to jump for a long time. "15 seconds, just good. Going for 40 minutes. Keep it going. All right, we got 10. You can do whatever kind of push-ups you want to do. If you can't do a push-up, do a push-up from your knees. Don't let that discourage you from trying. I'm going to start with regulars. All right. Now we got 4 minutes with the 3 ounce rope. And this 3 ounce rope is the one that comes with the Speed LE. All right. Four minutes. all you need to stay in shape. Jump rope, in a good space. You see what I'm working with in here, how much room. There's enough room to jump. This is what you need, all you need. When you go to the gym, get a gym membership, get an expensive gym membership and all that. Or you can go down there and Planet Fitness or something like that and pay $10 a month. That's not bad either. But if you want simplicity and efficiency along with effectiveness, this is the way to go. Come with it. I'm ready to give you sweat going here. Got the Rage Against the Machine playing. A little bit of Zach, De La Lucha, Tom Morello. Ten seconds. Moving up in weight after these push-ups. All right. Now we got the 4 ounce. We're using the Get Lean 4 ounce. We got 3 minutes. So this is going to be a good test to see how these work with the Speed LE. At least this is the Get Lean room. All right, ready? Go. And this one feels a lot more smooth than those speed rolls. I forgot how nice the 4 ounce roll is to Get Lean roll. Man, it's smooth. It's just so smooth. Alright, that's the 20 minute tip. And I forgot, I had to use the 4-ounce rope in a good bit. Amazing how smooth it is. Alright, time for some push-ups. Then we'll get into the heavier ropes. We got the 5-ounce wide prep for 2 minutes. Uh, 10 seconds. Turn it up. It's Jimi Hendrix. All right. 6 ounce. I might increase the time up to 3 minutes on these next ones. 6 ounce. 2 minutes. Jimi Hendrix, definitely one of my favorites. 5 seconds. Uh, 10 push-ups, let's go. Eight ounce, get lean. Two minutes. This is a good arm workout right here. You can do these side spins with the weight that goes in there. Nice. 10 seconds. Oh, I forgot my water inside. All right, we have 10 push-ups. A little wide on this side. All right. 1 second, I'm going to run inside and get my water. All right. Nothing on the kitchen table. All right, we got the 9 ounce rope to finish off this set. So far, we're at 25 minutes. So we're probably gonna have to cut the next set a little bit shorter. So I'll adjust the time accordingly. Probably have to go down to, well, no. We'll just go right through and see what we can get. All right. 2 minutes. Let's go. We got to get in those 5-minute jumps. Then we can get that cardio. Do the hard work. Gotta tag it up. That finishes. All right. 10 push-ups to finish this set. Water. All right. Time to make it. All right, looks like we got about 12 minutes left. Most of it's going to be with the 2 and the 3 ounce rope. We're going to make it happen regardless. Ready? Let's go. 5 minutes. 2 ounce rope. In fact, it's a 2 ounce block rope. Feels a lot better after jumping with that 9 ounce. Boy, that was a question. Timer never started. Golly. All right, we're just going to assume that that was 1 minute. So we're going to go for 4 minutes. Sorry about that. I got too anxious to start jumping. see the sweat. That's all you need right here to jump over. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't stop. Just keep moving however you can. Thanks, sir. Push-ups. And we have the 3 ounce, and we'll probably be done. We're at 36 minutes now, so we're going to do 4 minutes. 3 ounce, 10 push-ups, and we'll be done. So after all right, 10 push-ups and we're done. That's it. All right. Another good one. 40 minutes, 58 seconds, 444 calories. Appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. Check out my book on intermittent fasting on Amazon called 16:8, The Ultimate Guide to Intermittent Fasting and Nutrition. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, at Jump Rope Baron. That's my handle. Appreciate your support. I'm gonna cool it down here. I'm gonna do the squat again. Just released a new video on the Crossrope Speed LE. Check it out. All right, that's all I have for today. Abram, thanks for joining in, MCX, appreciate you joining in as well. I got a little bit of time, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask them for the next couple of minutes. I'm going to clean up my ropes. And if there are no questions, I'll sign off after I'm done cleaning my ropes up. Oh, good. Yeah, that's good news. Rest is always good. But make sure you see a doctor about a slip disc. That's pretty serious. That's pretty serious injury there. Looks like we got one more. RX. Yeah. One of the RX ropes is on my list. It's a little expensive. It's the Evo or EVO one. $125. But people on the website say it's worth it. Looks to be kind of a one note rope where it's really only for double unders, CrossFit. But we'll see. That one's on my list. The ones I have on the list right now, according to what people submitted on the poll I did a couple weeks ago, the top two requests were the Crossrope Speed LE. I've done that. That one was released yesterday. And then the Rush Athletics Ionic, or I can't remember what it's called. It's the long handle one. That one. And then no one voted for the 5 billion one. Nobody, and I think like one person voted for the Elite SRS one. And I don't know what else. Yeah, then the Evo was on there too. And then there was one more that nobody really voted for. I think it was the ballistics one. I've seen a couple people recommend that rope. It's got good reviews on Amazon. And then one person commented on one of the videos, I think like last week, talking about how they enjoyed the ballistics one. I have so many reviews in the queue right now that I have to get done. I got 3 title reviews, and the Rich Froning rope or SR1 Rogue that I have started and that I have to just do the main review portion for. When losing weight, do you gain some at first? I don't know. I mean, everybody's different. Depends on what you're eating. That's a good question. I mean, it depends on what you're eating and what your exercise routine looks like. There's a lot of variables that you have to consider with weight loss. I mean, for me in the beginning, I was so far overweight that I think that, I mean, I lost like 5 pounds in my first week of intermittent fasting back in January in 2018. And I think there was only 1 week after that where I don't think I gained any weight at all. I think there was only 1 week after that where I stayed the same. I don't know. Everyone's body is different. And I think one thing that everyone has to realize and that I had to realize was If you've been doing something for a certain way for a long time, not exercising, eating poorly, and you change that, your body is not really going to know how to deal with that at first. So you might get some funny reactions depending on a lot of different variables. But eventually your body's going to thank you. And the reward is going to be the weight loss, is going to be the lower cholesterol, total cholesterol, lower LDL, higher HDL, and lower triglycerides. That's how you'll be rewarded for that. I mean, and more stabilized blood sugar. Yeah, that's fantastic. 15-day water fast. Wow. Yeah, that's really good. You've inspired me to go on a long multi-day fast after that. Longest I've ever done is just under 37 hours, and that was a couple days ago, or last week, I think. And I probably could have gone longer, but I decided to kind of ease my way into the longer fast. You kept most of it off too. That's good. That's the real danger of weight loss is when you lose the weight and then it comes back. That's happened to me. It happened to me once, and I don't want it to ever happen again. There's so many weight loss is not a linear process. It's one of those. It's a non-linear process. It's one of those things where you might not see any results for a week or two, and then all of a sudden you've lost a few pounds. There's just so much going on in your body, and there's so many variables, and everybody's different. Yep. You were probably. I mean, you probably. I think the experts like Dr. Peter Attia says it takes around 72 hours to get into deep ketosis. And I mean, you might get into ketosis quicker if you're not eating, even if you're eating, but you're not eating any carbohydrates. So if you're eating, I don't know, pork rinds, bacon, macadamia nuts, stuff like that with very few carbohydrates that aren't going to kick you out of ketosis. But I mean, there's two ways to get into ketosis. One way is just not to eat. And once you haven't eaten for around 24 hours, that's when your body will start to utilize ketones for energy because it's burned all its glycogen away. And glycogen is what you get from carbohydrates. But yeah, Weeze, you were probably in deep ketosis, and that's why your body was burning fat for all of its energy because you had no glycogen left since you weren't eating anything. Yeah. Yeah, by day 5, you were probably in deep ketosis. It doesn't take much to move the needle. I mean, you can, but I still think one of the best ways to do it, the intermittent fasts are good, not because they're more effective than long multi-day fasts, but because they're easier to do. I think the reason that I was able to achieve pretty good results and keep them off is not, I wasn't doing spaced out multi-day fasts, but every day I was doing 16, 18, and then as I got more comfortable with fasting, the 20-hour fast. If you do that every day or even 3 or 4 days a week, that's going to stack on top of each other. It's just like I wrote about in the blog, it's the aggregation of marginal gains, like what James Clear talks about in Atomic Habits. Those little changes every day, those 16 and 18-hour fasts are going to be much more effective than someone. I talked to someone before. He said he did one 1 3-day fast per month, but the rest of the month he was eating bad food and all that. And I mean, that's just the consistent 16, 18, 20-hour fasts are going to be much more effective than one 72-hour fast accompanied by eating poorly for the rest of the month. It's, I mean, the different, you're not going to get many gains with the latter option. Matter of fact, you might even reverse any gains that you had and go and be worse off than when you started. Cream of tartar. I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't know what that is. I'll have to. That's why I like having these live sessions with people, because I always learn new things and get ideas from everybody that tunes in, which is really cool. I might have to cut it off here in the next couple minutes, so I got to shower and get ready for class. But overall, I mean, I think the Speed LE is a good set as I continue to use it. But overall, that Get Lean set, those ropes are so much, I don't want to say better, they're just different. And I just like them a little bit better than the Speed LE ropes. The Speed LE ropes are good, but they're not that flexible and they're just not all that smooth, which is what you would expect. Well, they're not all that smooth compared to the Get Lean ropes, which is what you would expect. It's a speed rope. It's not supposed to be smooth. It's just supposed to turn really fast. But that was a good test out. I don't know how much different those Speed LE handles are than the Get Lean handles. I don't have a pair of the new 2020 Get Lean handles, but I can tell you that the Wad Prep and the Speed LE handles, I can't see any difference in them. I'm not saying they're the same, but after using both of them for a while, I can't see any difference in them. So I'm going to opt out of getting the new Get Lean handles just because the workout today proved that I have to get the Speed LE handles and they work just as well. And they work really well with the Get Lean ropes. What I'll probably end up doing is doing a comparison between the Get Lean handles that I have, the old ones, and then the Wad Prep and the Speed LE at some point in the future. Yeah. If you quit soda and sugary drinks, I mean, I've seen people lose or read about people lose a lot of weight just by quitting soda. Quitting soda and quitting Red Bull with sugar. Quitting store-bought fruit juice, which is store-bought fruit juice is no better than soda as far as the sugar content goes. I think a glass of orange juice, I think it's like 22, 23 grams of sugar per 8-ounce serving. That's maybe 4 or 5 grams less than a can of soda. And then sweet tea, that's another thing. Sweet tea, especially in the South, well, I guess Virginia's considered mid-Atlantic now, but I mean, it's got a lot of Southern history. In the South, sweet tea is almost like the geographic drink. It's the king down here in Virginia and even further in the deep South. Sweet tea, but man, sweet tea is no better than soda too. You take tea, which is a natural drink, which is perfectly fine by itself, and then pouring a whole bunch of sugar in it. I mean, it tastes good. I'm not going to say it doesn't taste good, but it's no better than soda because of all the sugar in it. I mean, you get probably some of the antioxidants from the tea, but add the sugar in there and it makes it a bad drink to have on a regular basis. I mean, you see these restaurants like Bojangles and I don't know, all these other restaurants, even McDonald's these days. I mean, they serve these huge gallons. Chick-fil-A too serves these huge gallons of sweet tea, and it's just packed down with sugar. And it's okay to have it once in a while, but you got to be careful drinking that stuff every day. I And it can start to have effect, just like the intermittent fasts have the positive effect and point you in an upward curve over time. And you get on the exponential upward curve. The sweet tea and all the sugary drinks will get you on an exponential downward curve. It works the same in the same direction. Well, it works the same way, just in opposite directions. And you want to be on the upward exponential curve and get the positive side of the aggregation of marginal gains. All right. If there are no more questions or no more topics that you want to discuss, I'm going to sign off for now, but I enjoyed it. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate you tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, share the channel with your friends. Check out www.jumpropevet.com. Yeah, I can't tell you how much I appreciate your support and all that. This has been started this channel back in December 2018, and it's been, I can't think of anything negative about it. It's been a great learning experience, learning how to do YouTube and learn a lot about myself in the process. Learn a lot about filming, learn a lot about listening to other people's ideas and the best ways to do things. And it's been a good, humbling experience. And I really appreciate you, whether you've been a subscriber or a viewer since the beginning, or whether you just found the channel. Either way, I really appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And I'll continue to do my best to put out the best videos I know how to give you the information about jump rope and the nutrition that you want. All right, that's all I have for today. Thanks so much. Have a great one. Jump rope to freedom. Peace out, everybody.